Okay, Coach. Well, we are about a $50 cab ride away from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Miami Dolphins and the New York Jets. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. At their own 27-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
He's crashing. He's checking crash. Check out. You go back.
Now the young man who was a Pro Bowler as an undrafted rookie, it's Phillip Lindsay. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Now on 2nd and 13, Jackson. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
Check 50. Check 50. Check 3. Check 3. Hey, alert 3. Alert 3.
And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the 1st down marker. He's able to chew up 8 yards on the carry there, but still 4th down upcoming. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. LaShawn McCoy, the 31-year-old running back, his first carry. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
Hey, switch gears.
Now McCoy. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored. You give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. 3rd and goal, Jackson. And it's caught. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal. They've already gone for it and made it once on this opening drive. They're going to try it again on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Escape. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. Tyree Jackson taking it in. And the Dolphins take it right down and score on the opening drive. Gostkowski with the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. At their own 25-yard line.
Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
Now a first-time 1,000-yard rusher from a season ago. It's Derrick Henry. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. At the 23-yard line.
56. Man, that's trash. That's trash. Check nickel.
Derrick Henry. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. On third down, Wilson. And going deep for Hill. They've got his man complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A first down and then some. 36 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Mike Davis, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And there the counter play proves successful for the touchdown. What typically makes a counter play in general successful, Charles?
Well, what you're trying to do, Brandon, is to get the team moving in one direction, meaning the defense, get them going in one direction and then wall them off with your blocking and bring it back in the other direction. That way, you don't actually have to punish them with your blocking. You just position them. And if you have any kind of a good back, they'll take full advantage of it and gain good yardage.
At their own 22-yard line. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Now Jackson on first down. He'll find Lindsey here. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. These two teams all tied after one. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. Now it's Jackson. He'll get this to Devlin, his fullback. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back.
Number 53, Mike 53. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. 53 for Mike. 53 for Mike. Let's get it together, defense.
On third down, Jackson. He's got his tight end Fant. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down. A gain of 12.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. On 2nd down, it's Lindsey. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a 1st down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
They go play action now. Jackson. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Check 25.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 14. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth, when the ball's arriving and there's a defender there.
And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 1st half. All knotted up at 7. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Wide, get wide. Check 31, check 31. Shoot. Kill. Hey, turn it up. Showing it. Head.
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Philip Lindsey with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Gostkowski the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. Then he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense to get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 34-yard line.
What? 56. Yeah, I'm going to lose one. SOS. Good job right there. SOS. Gotta go, in and out. Let's go. Sorry. Good touch.
This time Wilson will throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
12.
Here we go on 4th with Wilson. He is going to find Hill here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Open man is Hill. He's got it. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Back to the ground now. It's Henry. Only a yard on the pickup, and now they've got a 3rd down and 8. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Henry out of the pistol. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. They converted once earlier in this drive, but they'll roll the dice here again on 4th down. They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. He's going to air it out deep for Green. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch.
Mike.
After the interception, here's Jackson. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. This quarterback now 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Mike 53. Wild Bill. Switch. 53 for Mike.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Check 55 to Mike. It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time.
Wilson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it, and the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him, and I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills, and that's something that, for guys of his position, they've talked about it for years. They've done the drills, but they've really increased it in recent seasons because of the offense have gotten so good. He knows how to take the ball away. That is huge for a defender.
A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down. On first down, right back to Lindsey. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Throwing on first down is Jackson. Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
The 22 is the line to gain here on third down.
Watch quick. Watch quick. Hey, watch that. Watch that. Check. Hey. Line 54. You ain't push.
Here's Jackson. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. This offense 2 for 2 converting on these thus far, so why not try again here on fourth down? They'll go for it.
55, come on, guys, 55. No game on this defense, no game. Check. Lucky.
On fourth down, Jackson. He's got his man. That's Hardman. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
This quarterback now 12 of 16 thus far. It's first and 10.
Switch. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run pass option. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard.
Check safety.
Again, Jackson. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted.
Out. Check. Back. Tighten up. Good. He's checking Craig. Checking Henry. You go back.
They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Nothing doing on second and third down after that 9-yard gain on first.
Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
Fourth down, here's Jackson. The quick slant caught, and he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Noah Fant with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Extra point good by Gostkowski, and it's now 21-7. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, and if finally we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the 4th quarter. Henry. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Check 3. Hey, alert 3.
They'll run for it with Henry. Adam Gase rolls the dice. It doesn't pan out. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. This is the tight end Fant. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Noah Fant with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Gostkowski with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. The safety, Adrian Amos, comes crashing in for the sack. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. A shotgun handoff to Henry. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Fourth down. Here's Wilson, eluding the pressure right. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They'll run with Henry. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch, this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say, 200 plus?
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now it's Henry. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
36 power. Hey, easy.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Now a desperation throw. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Tyreek Hill, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Jets are able to close the gap just a bit. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Jackson's going to throw it. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Check nickel. Bang, bang, bang.
Jackson now to throw again. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, green. And who we got? Check. Crunch.
There's Jackson on 3rd and long. This for his running back, McCoy. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 4th down. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Check 24. Watch 24. 49. Check 49. Check 49. Kill. Check. He's coming.
And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with 13 seconds left to play. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Here's Wilson buying time to his left. He's going to take off with it, and he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
Second and inches at the 40-yard line.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down.
Mike, 56, right there, 56.
Here we go.
Watch safety creep.
Touch 50.
Now Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. And a timeout comes in. The whistle's blown with 3 seconds remaining.
It's now 3rd down.
Front left. Alert.
One last shot for Wilson. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not.